y'all, it's your girl, Darlisha. You're watching Darlisha TV, and I'm coming at y'all with another video. It's the end of the year, and I just want to talk to y'all. Let's have some girl talk about the type of friends that you need to leave in 2019 or whatever year it is that you're going to watch this video. But on the flip side, I also want to talk about the type of friends that you do need to just enrich your life. Life is built on relationships, y'all. It's a really important part of life. All right, so let's get right into it. Number one, the types of friends that you need to leave in 2019 or whatever year it is that you're watching this video. Okay. You have some negative friends. You may have some negative friends. And y'all, sometimes we think that people are really down for us and there for us and that they're really going to listen to us or that they're listening to us and our problems because they really care about us. But sometimes people are miserable. And the fact that you always talk about your problems, you're always talking about how unhappy you are, you're always talking about how depressed you are, how broke you are, the fact that you're unhappy with the fact that you don't have a man or whatever the case may be. They're talking to you. Some of them are talking to you because you're just a company to their misery. And one of the ways that you know that somebody is just a negative person and that they really are just there because you're the company to their misery is get happy. Get happy. Stop talking about how unhappy you are. See if they want to listen to you. See if they're going to still call you the way that they call you. See if they ain't going to find a reason to get off the phone with you. I'm trying to tell you something. Okay? And that's why you just got to be careful with who you telling your business to. Because everybody's just, everybody ain't your friend. And sometimes you need to shut up. Okay? All right. Number two. Okay, girl. Number two, one-sided friendships. I'm sorry for looking down, y'all. I'm still getting used to this whole YouTube thing. But one-sided friendships. Y'all, it's okay to call and vent sometimes. Or it's okay to just call and have a lot to talk about sometimes. Because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes people just talk a lot. But if every ounce of communication that you have with this person, you are the one reaching out to them. You're always the one setting, how y'all gonna hang out. And then sometimes they always, most of the time they always cancel. But then somehow, you see their Facebook or their Instagram and they're like tagging the location of the restaurant or the place that they hung out with all their other friends with. Yeah. You're gonna have to leave them in 2019, boo. That ain't your friend. That ain't your friend. Okay? And I think that sometimes we keep people in our life because we just want relationships. We just want friends. So we tolerate stuff and we try to make friendships work when it's clearly just not working. One-sided friendships. They ask you how you doing as a casualty. And then they just talk about themselves for an hour or two or three and you ain't said nothing. And you don't ever say nothing. It's a one-sided relationship and you need to let that go. And for this last little bullet point here that I'm going to pull up, I kind of just want to get the definition off of the psychology website. You need to leave, number three, you need to leave codependent relationships in 2019. Codependent relationships are not just simply in friendships. Some of your romantic relationships are strictly codependent. Okay, you in pain, they in pain. Usually people who are in codependent relationships, they've been through stuff. They're in pain and they're seeking relief in another person. When sometimes, y'all, when you go through certain things, pain becomes a part of your personality. And so you will find yourself drawing other hurt people and y'all ain't helping each other grow. Sometimes you just coddling somebody. I remember when I was like 18 to 21, it was a really, really rough time in my life. I was going through a lot at the time. And I thought that my friends were supposed to be the end all and be all for me. And I expected when I called them, they better answer. And if you didn't answer, I was going to tell you about yourself. I would feel like you weren't being a good friend. I was expecting too much because I was looking for comfort in my friends. And sometimes, like I said, when you've been through certain things, pain can become a part of your personality. We think certain things are just us, when in essence, your true you has been masked by pain. And so that's something you need to deal with. And if you're in a codependent relationship, that is a crutch that you have to get off of, or you will always be on crutches. Case in point. Or case closed. And so, according to positivepsychology.com, they say that codependency is a psychological concept that refers to people who feel extreme amounts of dependence on certain loved ones in their lives and feel responsible for feelings and actions of loved ones. Another definition just simplifies it as an excessive reliance on other people for approval and a sense of identity. You call your friend 4 times a day. You want to go shopping, you asking them what you should get. Well, should I get the canned beans or should I? You can't make a decision on your own without calling this friend. And it's usually a savior and a person in need. That's usually the dynamic of the codependent relationship. And you need to be careful because in friendships, but also in relationships, these are relationships can usually just be toxic. They can be toxic and then accumulate more pain. Any little thing, emotional support. You're depending on your friend for every ounce of emotional support. And the list goes on, to the point where the relationship is just not healthy because your dependence on this person is too strong, or their dependence on you is too strong. You in grad school and you on the phone 8 hours a day. You picking up the phone 4 times a day. Your studies are suffering at this point. Your other relationships are suffering at this point. Y'all, this is real. Codependency is real. And like I said, it's a crutch that you have to get off of if you're ever going to heal. Okay? All right. So I think that, and I do think that healing is necessary just in how relationships are played out in our lives. Sometimes we do need healing because, like I said, when pain becomes a part of your personality, you're not your true you. So healing is necessary. And I'm going to move on. So yeah, the types of friends you need moving forward. Because I'm not a fan of the cutoff culture, and I'm not a fan of getting through life on your own, okay? So, the types of friends that you need, okay, girl? Number one, and I think this encompasses everything, you need friends that see you for you. Sometimes people feel misunderstood because you're simply around people that aren't your people, and everybody's not going to be your people. You need people that see you for you. Even in your imperfection, they will accept you for you. Those are the type of people you need in your life. They see the good, the bad. They see you at your purest and your truest form of who you are. And they still will accept you and love you for that. Okay? You need a confidant, sis. Sis. You need a confidant. You need somebody who has been through what you're going through. And that you can tell your business to. This is the person who you can tell your business to because they've been there and they're trusted. You can trust them to hold things. Y'all, I can guarantee you Barack Obama, Beyonce, any person that is in the limelight probably has a person who is not in the limelight that holds all their secrets, that gives them advice. Okay, you need those people. And the confidant will tell you about yourself too. Yeah, they'll tell you when you're wrong. They'll tell you when you done drop the ball. This person, again, is not the end all and be all. No one person is going to be the end all and be all. You need different friends for different things. But confidant is somebody that can be trusted with your business. Because again, everybody should not have access to you and your business. But the confidant is that person. who will have access to your business. Confidant, y'all, but the confidant, see, this is the thing. You need friends for different things, but you need to know the purpose of the friendships that you have. Because, okay, I'll get into that later. Okay. Three. You need friends with money, sis. You need friends with money. You need to have a relationship with people that have money. And I guess a relationship is a better way to like describe the type of people you need in your life. Because I think there is a difference between having a friend and being in a relationship with a person. Okay. So, you need friends with money. You need people that if you are in need, they won't think twice before they help you. Or maybe you might go to them with an idea and they might help you with the startup money or whatever. And then sometimes the people who may have money may be able to help you get your financial life together. So and I'm talking about just because maybe they've been where you're at again. And so they might be able to help you learn, like, okay, dispute that. All right. Pay that one off. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I'm serious. You need friends with money. I remember I was in a bind this year and friends with money pulled through. Okay. All right. Number 4, you need goal-oriented friends, y'all. You need friends that y'all can push each other. And just sometimes, like I have one of my friends who's on the other side of the country, and it's cool to talk to her sometimes because like she understands like moving somewhere new to pursue what you want and just the different things that come along with that. And it's pretty inspiring to see someone else like really going after what they want. I think that it'll inspire you all the more. You need friends that you can bounce ideas off of and run certain ideas past, because even when you have ideas, or even in you being as smart and as equipped as you are, sometimes having like a sounding board, it makes all the difference, and it can save you some time and energy. And yeah. Moving on, you do need friends to shoot the breeze with. Like I said, I feel like social media has minimized what we look at as friendship. You need friends that you can shoot the breeze with. You do. You need friends that you can just talk to them about, whatever. It's just shooting the breeze. Y'all go out to eat, chill, You need those type of people. You just gotta let your head down sometimes. You just gotta get out and have some fun. And so you need friends to just get out and have fun with. And that's the basis of your relationship. Sometimes y'all like you might start like pouring your heart out to the person that's you're just supposed to be going out and having fun with. It's not the nature of the relationship. So yeah, you need different friends for different reasons. And I also just want to add too, just as you have a confidant, you should be someone else's confidant. So someone is pulling you along and you should be pulling somebody else along. So yeah, that's big sis, you big sis. So yeah, I think that relationship is important. And you need relationships with people that are different than you, people that have different backgrounds than you. You don't have to agree with your friends about every single aspect of life. You don't have to have friends that believe in the same things that you believe, vote the same way that you vote. You need friends that are from different backgrounds. You might be from middle class. You need friends that are from very wealthy, that have a very wealthy background, very wealthy circles. You need friends that may not have a very wealthy circle. You may need friends that can give you perspective of what it's like to grow up poor. Y'all, perspective is so powerful. I remember I was kind of in myself, in my feels, and I went to a meeting and I felt some type of way, like, dang, I got perspective about some things, and it changed how I saw stuff. Okay. And I just think actually just moving out to LA, it's been a perspective change because I met so it's been a paradigm shift rather because I met so many different people. And it's like, you know what? I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. We don't have to necessarily have the same um, compass, if you will, moral compass, even belief system. Rather, I would rather say belief system. I wouldn't say moral compass, but we don't have to have the same belief systems or anything like that. You cool. We do have certain things in common. Let's just walk together in this thing called life while we have the opportunity to do so. And that's just that. So yeah, I think I've covered everything in this video. I don't want to keep talking because it's gonna keep getting longer and longer. But yeah, so those are the type of friends that you need to leave in 2019, and the type of friends that you need to get. I believe that relationship is powerful. Relationship is truly the fabric of life, and relationships can really enrich and change your life. So yeah, anything that I talk about is something that I've either been through or I am learning myself, and I'm still learning about relationships. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get on off of YouTube, and I will talk to y'all at the next video. Bye.